I'm Rachel Holmes and I'm Head of Literature and Spoken Word at the Southbank Centre, and I have put together the London Literature Festival with my senior programmer Martin Colthorpe, aka Heathcliff.
AKA Heathcliff. How did he come by that moniker?
He came by that moniker, or rather he's coming by that moniker tomorrow, because having just exited the Purcell room where we've seen Lisa Dwan doing her brilliant rendition of Becketts Not I, and having watched it 2 nights running, I'm now discovering that I have an addiction, and I'm a bit worried about the fact that I can't see it again tomorrow. But Martin will be introducing our Wuthering Heights event tomorrow night, and there is a rumour going round that he will be doing it in full Heathcliff dress, replete with chest wig, but I can't comment on the reliability of the sources on this.
I shall make sure that this post goes up straight away to encourage as many to come and see it.
And Marek, can you let me know, because I at the same time will be introducing the wonderful Paul Burston, who has just published The Gay Divorcee, and he is going to be doing a love and marriage event I can't remember where, so you're going to have to edit that bit out. Paul Burston's going to be doing his love and marriage event. He has just published The Gay Divorcee to great acclaim, and in typical Paul style, he's not hogging all the limelight for himself, and he's got a lineup of other great people, but I believe there are going to be a few surprises there as well. And then also just after that at 7:45, Erica Wagner, who's literary editor of The Times, is going to be chairing the Granter Writing Life event with A.L. Kennedy and John Freeman and Adam Thirlwell. So we're going to be busy tomorrow night.
Hello. Who's this?
Lisa?
Am I covered in black?
No, you're not covered in black. And actually, that is a question I want to ask. Marek, this is Lisa Dwan, the brilliant Lisa Dwan, who performed. So that's why we're doing this. It's about, yes, it's about you. And this is for the blog tomorrow.
Okay.
And so I get to say you were completely brilliant.
Thank you.
And I have a question, which perhaps you might answer, which is I want to know how you managed to get unstrapped and down from that stepladder and into the shower and get all that, what is it that,
gunk off my face, yeah. Well, I'm covered completely from here all the way down here in black makeup, really thick black makeup. And then I have to put powder on top of it to try and dull it out and keep it as matte as possible so the light doesn't pick up the sheen. And it was on all day because I did 4 performances of it today, so it was just more and more layers of the black. And when I finished the piece, Becky Austin, my brilliant stage manager, unstraps me so I can come out of the hole that I'm tied into, and I take my arms out of the harness that I'm in, and then I ask her straight away, so I know how the performance went, what time I came in at. And tonight I came in at 10:10, last night I came in at 9:57. And that way I can gauge if it went okay. And then I say, any mistakes? And she goes, no. And I run down the stairs, jump in, and then I just try and wash all the gunk off and scrape it off with towels and whatnot, and then try and come up on stage and talk about it, which is a bit of a struggle actually, because it's quite tiring. And so you've got to get up and try and, oh God, be articulate and jump out of the piece actually in order to be able to kind of discuss it in a broader context. So hopefully I was all right, somewhat articulate, but it was, it's been an amazing experience. I think it's very brave of the Southbank Centre, particularly at this literature festival, to have a piece like this performed, because essentially that's what the work is.
It's interesting that Edward mentioned the fact that it is interesting that 2 nights in a row, a 10-minute piece can sell out in a place like the Southbank.
Yeah.
How has playing this particular piece changed you as an actor?
Yeah, it's changed me a lot. I first performed it in 2005, and as Billy Whitelaw says in her piece to Cameron, it's so sad she wasn't able to be with us, but she talks about Beckett, saying he had the greatest amount of integrity than any other writer she'd come across, that he's incapable of making a false statement. and that affects one deeply, and it's an incredible privilege to be able to perform his work. So I feel very honoured and grateful to the Southbank for giving me another opportunity. It's very hard then to go back to telly jobs. I do a lot of other things outside of acting as well, but you do know that that's your benchmark, and as Billy says, it will live with me for the rest of my life, and I'm just very grateful and feel very privileged to have had the opportunity to play that work. It's very powerful stuff, and a lot of people who are big Beckettian fans usually cite either Krapp's last tape or Not I as their favourite, and it does feel like ultimate Beckett, this disembodied mouth. He had to wait for a long time for the technology to catch up with him in order to host a disembodied mouth on stage. And these days we even have better lighting, where it's just one single beam of light in this dado light that our brilliant lighting designer Catherine Williams, and she's so much more like an artist than a lighting designer, so it's an absolute pleasure working with both her and Becky Austin. And Michael Vale was fantastic in terms of the design and getting the harness, and Jake, and it might be a solo piece, but there's an awful lot of people that are involved in the background of creating the overall composition, of which I would be completely lost without. So in many respects I'm only one small mouth out of many.
Like you almost enjoy playing this role.
Oh God, yeah. It's exhilarating. It's terrifying. It's the scariest thing I've ever done, but it's completely exhilarating. And you're all fizzed up as a result. I couldn't sleep last night. I just had so much adrenaline pumping through me from the piece. I absolutely adore it. And I mean, there's just so many, when you read the piece, how it looks on a page is stunning. These phrases, ... and how it looks is just beautiful. It looks like music, actually. And then the effect it has on you, being so confined, and Beckett wanted no colour or no acting. Means you have to go deep into your centre to try and perform it, and it's a real struggle, but when you get it right, it feels amazing.
Well, this is the Southbank Centre bowing to you visually.
Thank you.
One actor to another, and thank you so much for giving us some more of your time.
Thank you very much, and there's a little curtsy. Thank you.